Hi everyone, my name's Greg Freeman. I'm the CEO of Data Literacy Academy, and we are joined on this video series in partnership with Andy Crossley from Oakland. And what we wanted to do was share a video series that explains how we think about the world, and hopefully it helps a lot of people.
So we found you're having a really clear purpose, sense of what you're trying to achieve, especially at this early stage when it's more an enterprise type conversation rather than individual project, is critical. And we tend to think about your data strategy, it needs to be an underpinning of your business strategy rather than a separate entity or a separate thing. So having that set out, working out what's the business goal, what's the business objective, what's the business strategy, is what then is going to set you up for success, because your data strategy should underpin that goal.
Yeah, we see that so much too. There's still so much work done in the data space by data teams that is done in isolation, siloed from the rest of the organization. And the irony there being that data teams talk all the time about creating a single version of the truth, single source of truth, reducing those silos from a technology perspective, when actually so much of the work they do is siloed. So what we would like people to be doing far more of is that early engagement with the business teams, early engagement with the senior leadership, making sure that the data strategy aligns to the people strategy and the corporate strategy, and yeah, bringing it all together. Couldn't agree more.
I'd echo that. The ones we've seen really successful is where the clear business strategy exists. The ones that fail, even if your data strategy is good, if there's no business strategy to hang it off, you're often doomed to failure.
That's super interesting. We actually had one of our earliest projects where one of the challenges that was flagged by the head of data in one of the large corporates was that he felt there was a real gap in the corporate strategy itself. So when I said to him, look, how are we going to align the people part of your data strategy to the corporate strategy? He said, I'm not sure, because I don't know where the corporate strategy lives. I don't know, like, it's constantly being reviewed, refreshed. So I think what we suggested he did was really sit down with the 2 or 3 people at the top and just get their expectations of what's to come, because it doesn't have to be written down. But if you have the right conversations, people will be able to tell you what matters. So don't let that be an excuse for not aligning it to a corporate strategy. Find your purpose, drive it towards what matters to the people at the top, however you have to go about identifying.
Yeah, and the people bit's really key for me, because if you look at typically a platform of some sort forms the basis or part of what you're trying to do from a data perspective, but understanding what the people are going to do with that platform, what data products they might want from it really quite early, that again underpin your overall business strategy, is going to set up the right projects that come next, and the goals and the measurements and the success criteria for the longer term plan. And again, when you're talking at an enterprise level, understanding that platform needs to service this business unit or that use case or that goal or that process is often the bit that I think is missed or misunderstood. It's we want to do data, but nobody really knows why.